Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of... Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran in his 9th season now in the league.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Pearson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 40-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
And 4 of those picks led to the loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
That's good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lindsey. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. Nifty move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Pearson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Going for a right side here. Complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Pearson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Now it's Richardson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bishop. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
A gain of 7. First down, Buffalo.
Now a handoff up the middle. House. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Donovan Ezeraku has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
And Richardson back to throw it.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Richardson. He'll try and do this himself.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2.
As they've got it 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Lindsey. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilkins. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
At the 30-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. House shifts free at the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lindsey. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other problem. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Richardson off the play fake.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Richardson.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
That's good for the Jets. First down.
Up the middle they go. Pearson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Pearson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard.
Good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And the Jets, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It second and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Bills.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Quick completion here to Johnson. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills first down.
They'll try the left side. It's Bishop. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Point after here coming up. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, good move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to... They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Johnson on the return.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense and their wideout getting set to go once more.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
We'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and got...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Sheds off the tackle.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The New York set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, Richardson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A gain of
The
7.
Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
On the return, Johnson.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season.
His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off play action. Lindsey It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 6.
The final shot before break. Lindsey. Looking left sideline, it's complete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 14 is here, the final 5 weeks of the regular season. Teams jockeying for position. Let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the Falcons.
Joshua Carney.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. They juked him. And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
From the gun on third down, Lindsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Third down and 1.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bishop. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Bills first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Bills first
Brandon, what
down.
were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And it's third down.
Off the play fake. Lindsey. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Back to throw. Lindsey. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Looking to throw. Lindsey. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pick at the 7, past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 8.
Richardson shotgun on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Johnson to return it. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Again, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
It's a gain of 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
At the 41-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and
Off play action. Lindsey. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, it's Bishop.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. Lindsey.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Richardson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. So inject territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's Bishop. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bishop. They're going to snuff this play up behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Jets offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bishop. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
It's now 3rd and 15.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Maxwell Hairston.
Now Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jets.
On 1st down, it's Pearson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got this down to the 35. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pearson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.